Hey man, what's good, man? We back with another video, man. As y'all see, man, we reacting to this basketball star, you know, testifying against him for a life sentence, man. Hey man, I'm tired of my athletes going out like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You in Alabama, man. You supposed to be a star right now, bro. And you over here crashing out. Nah, it's supposed to be going. Let's get into the video, though. Let's get it, man.
I'm from Washington, D.C., and a couple things you should know about me is I'm goofy.
We see.
My second sport
Do
was
your homework.
football. I played quarterback, and I love to watch action movies.
New details, a judge has denied bond for former Alabama basketball player Darius Miles. Court documents show probable cause was established during a preliminary hearing today. Miles faces capital murder charges in connection to the shooting death of Jamia Harris. The case is now set for a grand jury. During that same hearing, a Tuscaloosa police officer testified, saying freshman standout Brandon Miller brought the gun to Miles. He says Miller received a text from his now former teammate telling him to bring the weapon. Alabama head basketball coach Nate Oates later spoke on the news, saying Miller isn't facing any trouble.
We knew about that. I mean, you know, can't control everything anybody does.
Can't.
Outside of practice, nobody knew that was going to happen. College kids are out. Brandon hasn't been in any type of trouble, nor has he in any type of trouble on this case.
The state says that based on Alabama law, it cannot charge Miller with any crime for bringing the weapon to Miles. Nate Oates later apologized for his earlier statements, saying he needed to clarify his intentions. Oates says, quote, "This entire time, I've tried to be thoughtful in my words relative to this tragic incident, and my statements came across poorly." Informed by law enforcement of other student athletes being in the vicinity. And law enforcement has repeatedly told us that no other student athletes were suspects. They were witnesses only. Our understanding is that they have all been fully truthful and cooperative.
On the first week of May in 2025, a college basketball player best friend was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole after a 5-day trial for a crime that was committed over 2 years ago. And get this, according to this trial, which we'll later break down, the prosecutor believed the man who provided the firearm was the guy who had the brightest future. The ticket, the guy he was set to protect, the hometown hero, due to his gift and dedication to basketball. The 6'7" small forward from Washington, D.C., Darius Miles. Darius was a 3-star prospect coming out of high school. He attended Iamqual Academy, accepted his offer for the University of Alabama on a full ride to play basketball from 2020 to 2023 before his incident. While at Alabama, he primarily played as a reserve, appearing in 53 games with 2 starts. He was also a key figure in the 2020 recruiting class.
I grew up in Southeast. My grandma, she had an apartment in Parknella. That's over there, like close to Good Hope Road, Pennsylvania Avenue. That's like up the street from Pennsylvania.
Right. Look, you dunking on niggas. Now you in jail, fo. Come on, man. You gotta do better than this.
You kidding me? Coming right to your
Boom. Bam. Booming on his ass.
Gets up high, forget hanging on.
It's quick how your life changed when that snap of a finger, though.
Throw that thing in.
You know, dropping easy games.
All right, Darius?
Honestly, just learning lessons. That's what I really, us as a team usually look at when we take losses. Just learning lessons, figuring out what we need to work on to put a full 40 minutes of basketball together.
He couldn't have loved basketball like that, bro. Ain't no way you throw your career like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know you have a full ride scholarship, bro. I am not fucking on my full ride scholarship, bro. If I had the chance, bro, I'm knocking on my headphones and shit, bro. I am not knocking down my chance, bro, for a full ride scholarship, bro. And it get me so mad and emotional because, bro, I had a full ride scholarship, bro, and I injured myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would do anything to go back in time to get that scholarship, bro.
And that's really it.
Damn.
Honestly.
But here's the thing, the hometown star athlete has yet to go to trial. But now, we finally got a motive. And later in this video, we disclose that motive. Go over the details in this incident, pay our respects to the victim, and see where we stand today. I want you guys to remember, I won't give you as Alabama heads into the locker room up 37 points.
Yeah. Bam, buzzer beater on his ass.
Will go on and win the game by 40 points, 6-66, making a record for the year, 15-2 and 12-5 for LSU. To celebrate being ranked #1 in the nation, Miles went to go play in an evening with Davis, Brandon Miller, and Jaden Bradley. Miller and Bradley were Miles' teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Davis, of course, as we just mentioned, was the best friend of Miles, but was not
Yeah.
affiliated with the team. They met up at the VA at University Downs apartment complex prior to going out. Bradley drove
Right.
Davis to 1225, sports bar on the Strip. Miller drove Miles there. But during this 5-day trial, Davis had testified that the line was too long. So instead, he went to Moe's Barbecue, while Miles, Bradley, and Davis went into 1225 together and left once
Right.
it closed. Miles, Bradley, and Davis left the bar and walked across University Boulevard. A black Jeep Wrangler sat parked at a stop sign with its hazards on. Inside that Jeep was a 23-year-old mom of one, Jamia
Okay.
Harris.
Okay.
She was in the passenger. Her boyfriend, a man identified as Cedric Johnson, was in
Right.
the driver. In the back seat was Harris' cousin, a young woman identified as Asia Humphrey. Now, Miles didn't initially stop at the Jeep, but Davis did. He dashed
Right.
to the front left of it, but then Cedric rolled the driver's side back seat window down. As Davis
Right.
walked up, had
Like,
a
what's up?
confrontation with Cedric. Now, testimony differed as to what exactly was said between the two, but Davis testified that he called Cedric out to have a fist fight. But Miles
Right.
came back to the Jeep and pulled Davis away from the Jeep. Johnston testified. Eventually, the trio walked away from the Jeep. Miles had a, quote, common effect, end quote, on Davis, Bradley had told police. Per testimony from 2023, which the Family TV will request once the completion of this investigation. Miles told police he saw a gun pass back to Cedric while at the
Oh.
Jeep. Cedric
Oh,
and Humphreys
shit.
confirmed during this Davis trial that Cedric testified Harris slid him. His
Hold on. We finna get back into the video, but before we do, man, I just want to say, man, if y'all want to keep seeing these videos, man, follow this page right here. Follow this page right here. And follow this last page right here. These are all three of my pages right here, man. And, man, follow them up, man. Let's get it. Let's run it up, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's get back into the video.
gun after Davis told him he whacked people. Davis denied saying that during his testimony. Miles got Davis away from the Jeep because he saw the gun, Miles told police. Miles, Davis, and Bradley walked behind Hudstow back to Braley's car. At 1:38 a.m., Miller texted Miles to let him know he was on his way to pick him up from the Strip. 9 seconds later, Miles texts Miller, quote, "I need my joint. A nigga just real lied, got the fake," end quote. And for those who don't know, joint is a DC term for firearm.
Yeah.
Miller told the jury it meant, quote, somebody was trying to scare somebody, end quote. According to AEL.com, during the trial last week, an attorney for Davis asked Miller, quote, when you received...
And Brandon Miller, bro, gladly you got saved, bro. You in the NBA now, you in the Hornets. Just want to point that out right now. Brandon Miller, man.
text message, you
Shout out to
knew
you.
Darius wanted that firearm. It's because someone was threatening him, right? Question mark, end quote. Miller had answered, quote, correct.
Correct.
Miles got in the car with Bradley in his two-door Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
Drove back to Gray Street. Meanwhile, Davis went to, quote, look for the Jeep, end quote. Bradley had testified. Bradley
See, that's so you can hang out with these crash out ass friends, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's your best friend. It's cool. I understand that, bro. But like, if your best friend like not coming to your level, bro, like not even basketball level, not like getting money wise, getting out the way. You know what I'm saying? If he's still in the hood doing all, man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta leave him till he come up, bro. Is it do you come down to him, come down to his level, or he scoop up to your level, bro? I'm not going back down. I'm not going back down there, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I'm down there with my, you know what I'm saying? We both make it out the mud together. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if I make it out, bro, he's still down there, bro. You gotta find a way out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not trying. I'll help you, but if you trying to do bullshit, like you're not trying to help your way get. If you're not trying to help yourself get out that situation, bro, from the bottom, bro, man, y'all ass staying there, bro. I can't lie. I love you though. But you gotta stay away from me.
Quoted. He was
Not
worried
get
about
me
the
in
Jeep,
trouble,
end
fam.
quote. Miles and Bradley drove to Gray Street to, quote, to check on Buzz, end quote. Bradley testified, Buzz is Davis' nickname. Miles and Bradley parked on the right side of Gray Street. Miller pulled up behind them in his Dodge Charger and also parked. Miles walked up to Davis and Skylar X's, which is Miles' girlfriend. Then the three walked back to the two cars. Miles and Davis then walked to the back right of Miller's car, while S's waited by Bradley's car. Dash cam audio from Miller's car made it possible to hear what Davis and Miles said in the back of the car. Testimony from Davis and a police investigator confirmed who said what. Quoted, the heat is in the hat, end quote, from Miles. Response from Davis. Quote, is there one in the head? End quote. Miles had responded, you know it is. The conversation referred to a handgun and that a bullet was in the chamber, per testimony from an investigator. A police investigator testified in 2023. He relied on this conversation captured on the dash cam that Miles aided and abetted a capital murder. After Miles emerged from the back of the Dodge Charger, He walked back to his girlfriend, who was standing at the front of the car. Davis went a different direction. Miles moved Essence and her friend off Gray Street to an area behind Houndstooth. Davis told Darius to take him home. Essence had testified. Miles walked behind towards Miller and Braley's car on Gray Street. Then he walked by both cars, continued to walk past the Jeep that had ended up right behind Miller's car. The Jeep did not have his headlights on. Johnston testified that he switched them off about 2 minutes prior. Miles glanced into the Jeep when he walked by. Humphreys testified. Miles also flipped his hood on his jacket when he walked by the Jeep. In that moment, Davis emerged from behind two buildings. Miles flipped the hood back down right after. Miles continued walking and disappeared from his view and off view of the surveillance camera. He left the scene and was not on Gray Street when Davis ran up to the driver's side window and shot into the Jeep. Miles' next known action, he and Essence picked up Davis, who was on foot after the shooting. Davis testified they went back to VA at University Downs, the apartment complex where they started the night. Davis testified he gave the gun back to Darius Miles. Davis also said he did not know what Miles did with the gun. Police investigators Brandon Culpepper testified that the firearm was found at the apartment where the group went before and after the time of the strip. Firearm was in a closet in a drawer wrapped in a Gatorade towel. So at this point, we know that the person who pulled the trigger had testified on his homeboy who had been set to take trial. And we also know that wasn't needed because, according to the...
So what you saying is Buzz was the dude, the best friend, shot the gun, and he's saying Miles, the basketball player, shot it. Am I tweaking, or is that what just happened right here? Ain't no way.
Investigator who was investigating this case, he determined that Miles was just as guilty because of a conversation that was captured on the dash of the Tesla. And to be point blank, a Tesla solved this murder. Nonetheless, on the first week of May of 2025, Darius Miles, the basketball star who's been incarcerated since January of 2023, he just witnessed his best friend, Michael Davis, tell on him and still get life in prison.
That's why I say, bro. Your best friend not really your best friend, bro. You did all that with him, bro. You rode with him, bro. You ride or die with him, bro. And look what he did. He snitched on you in jail. Now you lost your career, bro. You lost your beautiful career. 6'7". You 6'7", by the way. You know what I'm saying? Height don't mean nothing, but I'm saying you a 6'7" athlete. Alabama D1. Made your parents. You got everything in your hands right now, bro. Even though you wasn't a starter, okay, you still went D1. You still went D1. You played 3 years. You went in 2020. You had played 3 years. You had one more year left. You could either declare for the draft, or you could have played your 4th year and declare for the draft. It was your choice. You was that close from the NBA. You was that fucking close, dog. Hold on, bro. Let me do my research on this dude, bro. Let me tell his names up, bro. Miles, bro. Bro, like, this shit's stupid as hell, bro. This is that pissing me off, dog. Darius Miles, man. That's the man's name, bro. I forgot his name. Darius effing Miles, bro. Darius Miles. Let me see how old he is, bro. Right now, bro. It's stupid, though, bro. It's stupid, bro. This dude got life in prison now, bro. 23 years old, bro. 23 freaking years old, bro. He just got caught from a murder 2 years ago. From 2 years ago, bro. Y'all really think the feds is not on y'all case? The feds are here. The feds are here.
For a trial date.
In Tuscaloosa will spend the rest of his life in prison after being found guilty.
Damn, the feds are fucking
Michael
here.
Davis found guilty by a jury for the shooting death of Birmingham's
Stupid, bro.
WVTM 13's Jarvis Robertson is joining us live now with how Harris's family is.
Hell no, bro. I'm not watching the rest of this video, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm so sorry to y'all, bro. I can't watch the rest of this video, bro. This shit pisses me off, bro. Like, I would do anything to get my scholarship back, bro. And there's people like him just phoning, it's people like him just losing this shit, bro. For stupid shit, bro. Hell nah, bro. I gotta end this video, bro. I can't even lie to y'all, bro. No. Hell nah, bro.